Hey everyone, today I want to talk a little bit about doTERRA keywords for SEO. And so starting out, let's talk a little bit about what keywords are. And keywords are basically the words and phrases that people will type into Google, and websites are found for those keywords and phrases. And so, for example, if we typed in doTERRA lemon oil, these are keywords which are found by Google matching these words with the results here. As you can see, lemon, oil, doTERRA, these keywords are bolded, saying that these match the phrases and keywords which you typed here into Google. So looking at this, what we want to do is make sure that our content that we put out there on the web is optimized for Google and other search engines to find, which is known as SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. And companies will spend lots of money and time into doing that to make sure that they, hopefully get to the top spot or even the first page of Google, because most people will look for the most relevant sources, which are towards the top. Not very often will people, travel to the 10th, 20th page of Google looking for a result, because at that point, the results aren't quite as good. As you can see, there aren't as many matches and keywords. So moving along, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how you can do a little bit of this today within your WordPress site. So I've set up a site here called doterrablogger.com, and I'm signed into my WordPress site. And WordPress is really good for SEO just because it builds a lot of this stuff in, and it makes it really easy to add keywords and phrases. And there's actually plugins that will help you to see your SEO rankings. So we're actually going to install this. And so if we go to plugins and add new, we're going to search for SEO by Yoast and search, and then on here it will pull up this result, and we're going to install this plugin. And this will just help us to be able to see how our keywords would be able to potentially be found within Google. So we're going to activate this, and we're going to not allow tracking. I don't really care if they track my results. So now at this point, let's say we're creating a new post, or a new blog post. So go to posts, add new. And here, this is where we're going to start to really focus on our SEO terms. So let's imagine we're writing a post about doTERRA lemon oil, or a post about how you can take advantage of doTERRA oils. So before we start writing, we need to be thinking about how or what phrases or keywords people are looking for in Google that we can be found, because we want our results to be preferably up here at the top of the list. And to do that, we need to match the keywords with what people are typing in here. So we could name this something like how to clean with doTERRA lemon oil. You could make this a lot more pretty if you want to, but this is just to give you the idea. So this is the title of your page here. And what I'm going to do is, you can see this permalink, which is the URL of your site. I'm at doterrablogger.com. And then it has this question mark P equals 46. Some of you may already have it set up, but for those who don't, I already clicked on this change permalinks. And what I want to do is show the post name, because this will actually help me have keywords in the URL. I'm going to close that and then save. Once I save this, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to copy this actually, because I need to refresh the page. I'm just going to reload it. Once I do so, I'll paste this once again in the title. Now that we have our title put in, the permalink bar will show up here in just a moment. But what we want to do to increase our SEO rankings is really focus on those keywords. And so maybe we're looking at doTERRA lemon oil, or this long phrase. Maybe someone would type in how to clean with doTERRA lemon oil. But the good thing about this is we have doTERRA, lemon, and oil, which would show up potentially high if we do this correctly. So now what we want to do is focus on the body content as well. And so when writing our content, we want to make sure that we include the phrases such as this within our body text. So we could be typing along and be, showing people how they can clean their house with doTERRA lemon oil, but just be making sure that we reference these keywords, doTERRA, lemon, and oil, so that Google can see that we're actually really talking about those keywords, so that it will pull up, within the results. As you can see, here's oil, here's lemon, doTERRA. So that's what I mean by making sure that our content is optimized. Obviously, this is just a test, but as you can see, it does the job for now. And down here is actually the plugin that we've used, the WordPress SEO by Yoast. And what this is going to do is going to show us the preview of what Google would potentially show back to us. So I'm going to save this draft really fast just because I want to make sure that we don't lose our changes here. And as you can see, our permalink has changed to the new style. So it has doTERRAblogger.com/clean doTERRA lemon oil. If you wanted to, you could leave it like that, or you could click on here, erase that, and paste that within there, and it will go through and clean it and actually type your keywords exactly how you put in the title. This just gives more opportunity for Google to see that you're talking about doTERRA lemon oil. As you can see here as well, people in their permalinks have, oils or doTERRA oils. It just lets Google say, oh, this is more relevant to those search terms. And so down here, as you can see, it's starting to take form. This is what it would potentially look like within Google. How to clean with doTERRA lemon oil, and then the name of your blog. Here's the URL in green. And then what we want to do is make sure that here is the snippet preview of the text. So it just gives a little description about what the blog's about. So within here, we want to make sure that our content is referencing those keywords. This is where we could actually add in, doTERRA lemon oil, or you could even type out this how to clean with doTERRA lemon oil. I'll just do this for keeping it short. As you can see, now that once I've done that and saying these are my keywords, it spits it back and says, okay, your focus keywords was found in the heading, the article heading, which will be generated from this, the page title, which also will be generated from this, as well as the page URL, which we talked about is this. Our keywords are within here. The content, yep, those words are referenced right here, doTERRA lemon oil, as well as the meta description, which is this little description that is pulled from the first 156 characters of the text. And so if you wanted to, you could actually, in this plugin, type in, this is how you can clean with doTERRA lemon oil. So as you saw, as I started to type that and didn't have those three in there, it says no. But once I finish off and it sees that I have all three of those words, it will say, yes, you have that in the meta description. And I'm sure you saw as I was typing, this was changing as well. So this is just a way to override your meta description, which is the description of your page. So there you have it. That's the simple way to do it within the post. So at this point, we could publish this, which will create our post. And then let's just take a look. If we click on view post, as we can see, it's very simple. There's not much to it right now, but that is how you would get a simple blog posted using SEO terms. And as you'll see here, the SEO is saying poor at this point. And what you can do is work with this to add more relevant content. I'm sure it's poor just because my content is really, really weak right now. So you can actually click on check, and it will show you what you can work on. These red obviously are the most important you need to work on. The green is good. And then just try and work with your content, and it will help you to see what things you work on and which are good. So that's a really useful plugin that you can use to try and be ranked higher within Google. Now there's one last little trick I want to show you how you can potentially rank higher in Google. And that is something that a lot of people don't really worry about, but I think is really important. So let's say we want to add an image within our post. I have this little image here of lemons. And as you can see, I've uploaded it straight from my computer. And here's the file name right now, and it doesn't really have anything in here. One thing we want to focus on are the name of this file as well as the alt tags. Because within Google, if we click on images here, you could actually see that Google does index all these images as well. So it would be great if your image was here and people could click on it and visit your page. That's another source for you to get traffic. And so it's very important that you label and name your images properly so that those images can drive you more traffic. So I'm looking here under this image. As you can see, the title is saying that it's lemon 15 ml. And so I'm going to show you how we can do a few of these things to make sure that our images show up at the top of the list as well. So like I said, here's my image. It's named lemon-1024x678. what we can do is we want to make sure that this title is targeting things or the keywords that we specified in our post or that people will type into Google. So we could name it something like doTERRA lemon oil 15 milliliter, something like that. That's straight into the point. Maybe I wouldn't put milliliter just because it's not the actual bottle, but doTERRA lemon oil. And the alt text is important as well, because the alt text basically is the text that shows up if the browser has a problem reading the image or there's a screen reader, it will be able to read that. So if you want to, you could be able to type the same thing within the alt text just as a simple solution. And then at that point we could insert the image, it shows up here, and then we could update our post. This is just a simple way to get your images optimized and hopefully be showing up here at the top of Google. And don't overdo it when creating these images and naming them, just because, you know, some people might want to put in doTERRA lemon oil dash 15 ml dash CPTG dash and put in all these keywords in hopes that it would return a more broad search spectrum. But when in reality, it might just confuse Google more. It's better to be precise for each image on what it actually is. So there you have it. There's some quick tips on how you can optimize your content for Google. And there's a lot more to it as well. This was just a starter session on how you can understand how Google works and work with keywords specifically for doTERRA. And so if you wanted to create your own doTERRA blog as well, we have a video down here. Click on the link that will show you how you can do that in under 4 minutes. It will also be in the description. Let's keep promoting our doTERRA businesses and be successful.